fans. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry about yesterday. Firstly, that was pretty poor effort. But yeah, I just stumbled across a lot of problems and none of it was worth looking at. It was not constructive in any way. And I had some beer, which it never helps. So today I've got some nice stainless steel nuts with me to put on the new, it's the old anode. I mean, it's still in good nick. Got it here actually. By the way, for those concerned about my safety, on my drive at home. So, you know, look, there's a lot of meat on that. It's just barely pitted. So that's going back on in these times of economic strife. Yeah, putting that back on. That's one thing I'm definitely doing today. And I'd like to solve this raw water inlet. I'll go to the chandle rig and see if they've got some pipe suitable. So I'm off to the shop to see if I can find something a similar bore to this. Okay, so I've just been down to the shop to buy some different hose, but this hose is suction hose, so that can go onto there, and it does fit. It's loose on here, but these are just plumbing fittings, so they do sell some tails at the shop that are the right size, so I'll go and buy 2 of those. Right, so I've had a bit of a clean up, get everything nice and ready for the new valve tailpiece. So what I've just done, I've gone and bought 2 new tailpieces. The old ones got these from a plumber's merchant, and they were cheap, but you can see they are smaller, and it makes all the difference because the pipe will not seal on those. So anyway, they're going into the big spare inventory that will probably never be used, but you never know. So that's where they are. Run out of PTFE, and what we'll use today is this one, this 577. This is a little bit stronger, so it should hold it in place. In theory, you should be able to put this like in a position and then let it set, but I've not had much luck with that. Well, it looks like that's set. Damn it. Everything's a little bit of a problem, isn't it, with fixing stuff? But that's why we love it, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Ouch. What I might do is just snip the end of that off a bit. Yeah, I think that's nailed it. Yeah, that's it. We have action. Action! When I say action, what I mean is... Oh, there we go. And suddenly... Oh, we can't get enough of it. I'm just going to put it with my finger, actually, because it's just easier. Okay, right, that's that. What we'll do is we'll wipe that off and then put the cap back on immediately. So next time it should be good to go, because I think I left the cap off that last time I used it for a bit. Just a last clean up in here. Okay, so hopefully this will work and leave us, hopefully it will stop in a position that's preferable. Yeah, that's pretty good. That'll be all right. So can we get that on? Oh, it's tight and it's split, you see. So as I've pushed that on, you can see that has split. But that looks like it's been heated up, that part of the pipe. So I'm going to cut that off to about there, where it definitely hasn't had any heat on it, and then we'll try again. So before I get a barrage of criticism for slacking, I'm not having a cup of tea. I'm heating the pipe up so that it can go on. Let's just do that, because I can't actually get that off now. So come on. Just need to go on a bit more, really, because that's just not enough. Just is not enough. Just is not enough. Made some progress. That's what it's all about. I think that could be it. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to unduly stress that pipe there, because we know that it's not the toughest stuff. I mean, this will do for now, but I definitely have my eye on replacing this with better quality stuff as and when time and money allow. So that's on there. This is the other side of the equation here. Soften the pipe. And that's going onto here, the raw water pump. Hopefully that will just slip on. Just slip on. There's no barbs on this one, or whatever you call them, so it should in theory go on easier. But you know, I think this is designed for sort of more rubberized pipe. You're going to do this to me at this stage of the game. Oy vey. So I'll try and open this up a bit. It's just initially to get it over that lip, and then I think once we've got it started, I think we'll be golden. See, this is the problems having before, and if I get it to stretch enough, it starts to split. Oh, well, more heat. I'm not using the heat gun. The heat gun is a very sort of specific kind of heat, i.e. much less controllable. With this sort of boiling water technique, you can't get it too hot. I mean, you know, it's the maximum, so that's probably already cooled to about 80 degrees in there. It's the better way, really. Oh, here we go. That feels a lot better. Oh, nearly, very nearly. It feels a bit sharp on the end, this fitting. Yeah, I'm gonna sand that a bit to make it more friendly to our little pipe. So it could just be a bit gunky on there. So this will help. A bit of 80 grit, just to get any burrs off, because if there's a burr on there, that will stop it sliding on nicely. And then I'll get some more fresh hot water, and then we'll put a little bit of a lubrication on here in the form of fairy liquid. So let's dump that. Thanks for coming. And then let's put something that's not had a chance to cool as much. But that, see how that's already looking a bit, and it loses, once it cools down, it loses its elasticity. That's what troubles me about this. Anyway, we'll try once more. In fact, tell you what, let's try with a fresh bit of pipe, because we don't want to, I don't want to have anything compromised any more than it has to be. Frankly, love. Right, let's try again. So, lubrication across the nation. Don't say I don't treat you to nice things occasionally. Let's go. Let's try it. It just doesn't want to go on. No, it does not want to play. I don't know what to do. So I'm kind of reaming it here, or trying to, with this slightly conical shaped thing. Let's see if that will go on. Will it go on? It feels like it should. It really does. It's just, it's like, it needs to be 20 mil basically. That's what we need here. Honestly, you need the patience of a saint. So the only way this will go on is if I heat it up a lot, and if that happens, it messes up the structural integrity of it, and then we're in a position where it ain't going to work. So at least I've sorted the tails out, right? So these tails now are the right size. They're all the same size. So I'll order some 20 mil stuff from Tinternet. Okay, all right, on to the zinc anode. Okay, step one, we're going to clean up the threads. I've had a bit of a go at this one. By the way, these little portable vices, I can't remember where I got this screw fix or somewhere. Brilliant. You can kind of attach it to anything, so this is nice and solid. It just gives me a nice, otherwise we'd be wobbling around with a pair of mole grips, which is my normal sort of thing. Oh, it looks like a new one. I went up into the boat, and quite often I end up buying loads of Sikaflex, and there's still loads left in it and I can't get any out. But what I did, and I'm not teaching you to suck eggs, my grandmother was the East London egg sucking champion of 1974, so there's no point in teaching anyone to suck eggs in my family. So I just punched a hole there, and so it just allows me to have access to perfectly good Sikaflex, which is almost as expensive as gold. So I poked a hole in that. I've never done this before, but it's going to work, I think. No reason why not. It's good to get the gloves stuck to that if you can, and then just pop that up into it all. Now there's a lot of different philosophies on tightening stuff like this. So should you tighten it when it's wet, or should you tighten it when it's had a chance to dry so that it creates a bigger sort of seal? When I spoke to the engineer guy down the end there, and I talked about putting a through hole through, I said I was going to leave it and then do it up. He says no, we just whack them in and tighten them up, and they're doing that every day. And I assume most of them don't leak, otherwise they'd be busy redoing them constantly. So this is the same kind of thing. It's a flange going into a hole. I'm just going to whack it on here. I've got a very bad habit of not showing you stuff, haven't I? Sorry about that. But there you go. So there's loads on there. Okay, so now that gives me an opportunity to be able to tighten that from the inside myself without the help of somebody else. And then that goes on there. And I've cleaned up these surfaces. You can see that, clean those up, because obviously, and then the bolt, the shininess of the bolt will be against the shininess of that, which creates a good electrical connection. Hello ladies and gents, boys and girls, it's me, I'm back. Right, so there's a high chance of falling over here, so bear with me. I've decided to just go with a washer. There's plenty of sealer on that, on the other side, so that's going to be it. Don't judge me. Oh, do judge me. I don't really mind. I've been judged before, and I survived. I will survive, as long as I know how to love. I know I'll stay alive. Very restricted. Can't really get... Right, that's tight. That is tight. That's tight, man. Okay. So we are back outside in this glorious day. Actually, do you know what? It's really warm. It's like 12 degrees or something. And it's November. And we're in Scotland. Just think about that for a minute. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to whack on some lock nuts. Simple, isn't it? Make sure it doesn't fall off. It ain't going to fall off, but if I do this, it's definitely not going to fall off. Belt and braces. Good, okay, so anode on, done. So I can't do much else today until that hose arrives, apart from tidy up the boat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a Twix and a cup of tea, and I'm just going to relax, chill out a bit. Right, hi everyone. So I decided not to get too involved in anything else. So I had a little clear up inside, and I decided to call it a day. It's a pretty good day. I did give the nuts on the inside a tighten, an extra tighten. So that should be good. Plenty of sealer around that. That shouldn't leak. Raw water hose problem is sorted once the new hose arrives, and I can put that on. I'm going to get a good night's sleep. Back tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm going to have a good clear out, and I'm going to sort through everything on the boat that's there. I'm going to put everything back in its correct places, and then do a list, a reassessment of where we're at. So anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Always appreciate any views, guys and girls. Don't forget Dana. So yeah, I'm always very grateful. And if you've got any suggestions or comments, please always just put them down in the comments box, because it's nice to get feedback. Yeah, it's just nice to get feedback. It kind of keeps you motivated, and people come up with some really good ideas. Albert's come up with a few good ones, and a few people have come up with some good stuff. So thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.